Howdy, my name is Eddie Antonio, and today I'm going to be talking about your PPEs, which is your personal protective equipment. Okay, so there are two different types of precautions. There's standard precaution and there's transmission-based precautions. Standard precaution is the most simplest one of them all, where you wash your hand for 15 to 20 seconds, and you would put on gloves, and then you would go see your patient right away. And then there's three types of transmission-based precautions, which are contact, droplet, and airborne precautions. So the first one is contact precaution, where you wash your hand 15-20 seconds, you would put on gloves and then a gown. And an example of this would be a patient that has HIV. And then the second precaution that we would be talking about is droplet precaution, where you would wash your hand not 15 to 20 seconds, you would put on gloves, surgical mask, and a gown. And an example of this would be a patient that has influenza. And then the third transmission-based precaution that we have is airborne precaution, where you would wash your hand for 15 to 20 seconds. You would wear gloves, an N95 mask so you don't breathe in the air that's in the patient's room, a gown, glasses or eyewear, hair cap, and shoes. Okay. So now I'm gonna, and then I forgot to mention an example of a airborne precaution would be a person that has tuberculosis. Okay. So now I'm gonna show you how to do a standard precaution, which is or a transmission-based precaution, which is gonna be airborne. But before I do that, I will check out the patient's chart. So on the patient's chart, it will tell me what kind of precaution they are under in, and then what kind of equipment that I will be putting on. Okay, so on this chart, it says that the patient has a airborne precaution. So with that said, I would wash my hands 15 to 20 seconds, and I would grab all my equipment that I need. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to put on is my shoe covers, and I would always do this outside the patient's room. Okay, so I would put on my shoe covers, and after that I would put on my cap, and then I would put on my N95 mask. Then I will put on my eyewear, and then now I will put on my gown. And make sure it's not inside out or anything like that, no holes on it. And make sure when you put it on, it doesn't touch the ground. And then let's put one on here. There it is.
I'm gonna come out and remove my stuff. First, I'm gonna start with my shoe covers. Then
Okay.
start to work on with my
Now we have that on. Now we're gonna put on our gloves. And remember, when you're putting on your gloves, you have to put it over the cuffs.
I just pack myself and I can roll. Oh shoot. I have another one side. I cannot roll. Shoot. Andrew. Something that I shouldn't make a mistake.
Alright. Sorry, it took a while for me to put on, but it's better to be safe than not, right? Okay, now I have all my protective equipment on. Now I'm ready to see my patient. So after I finish seeing my patient, I can, before you take off your PPEs, make sure you take it off inside the room, or sometimes they'll have a separate room where they have, or sometimes they have a separate room where you can take off all your PPEs. And don't ever take out your PPEs outside the room because you don't want to infect your other employees, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off my shoe covers, Okay, and then I'm gonna take out my gown. So I'm gonna take out my gown. Make sure you don't touch yourself. And I would go crisscross, and I would roll it away from me. There we go. And then they'll have a designated barrel to put your stuff away. All right. And after that, I would take out my eyewear, my N95 mask, my cap, and then my gloves. So when I take off my gloves, I would pinch on my palm, and put away, and I would get my 2 fingers, put it in there, and throw it away. And then I will wash my hands 15 to 20 seconds, and I'm off to see my next patient. And then that is how you don and remove your PPE when you see a patient.